Are you still hungry on a plant-based diet? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So now I know many of you have made the leap into a plant-based diet, which is phenomenal. You're probably super excited about filling your plate with yummy veggies and fruits and all sorts of grains and legumes. But in a week or so, you started noticing something odd, right? Maybe you're, wonder what that is, hungry. Why would you be hungry? Like constantly hungry. Even after, let's say you've had a big salad or a veggie stir fry, you're back in the kitchen an hour later looking for a snack. And if that sounds familiar, you're absolutely not alone. Many people experience hunger when transitioning to a plant-based diet. And it's not because the diet itself is flawed. That's really important to understand. It's often about how your meals are structured and some small misconceptions about plant-based eating. So let's explore why this happens and how you can stay full and satisfied while loving your plant-based life. And before we dive right in, my name is Dr. Laurie Marbas. I'm a board-certified family and lifestyle medicine physician with eating 13 years of plant-based now under my own belt. And at age 54, I feel amazing, but I also see patients from across the country. I'm licensed in all 50 states, so I've seen a patient in every single state. And sometimes this is one of the things that I hear about. So starting today and for the next 10 full days, I'm going to be talking about the really interesting problems that patients come to see me about when they're on a plant-based diet, and then some of the simple tweaks that you can do to feel better and avoid those problems in and of yourself. And also below is a link on how you can check out the Healing Kitchen, where I run with Brittany, where we meet weekly and we talk about recipes and we cook together and I answer all the medical questions. We have monthly workshops with deep dive ebooks and stuff. Some amazing and fun times. And we just launched our community where you can talk to each other 24/7 and be in a place where you don't have to explain to other people why you eat a plant-based diet. So that's all below. So now let's jump right in. So the plant-based hunger trap, that's what we're going to talk about. So imagine this. Okay, so you stocked your fridge, right? And it's full of the fresh produce and you've cut out all your animal products. And for breakfast, let's say you have a green smoothie. Lunch is, let's say, a salad piled high with veggies. And then dinner is a stir fry loaded with, let's say, other broccoli and maybe a little bit of tofu or some other bean. It feels healthy and nourishing, but by 3 p.m., you're starving, right? And by bedtime, you're raiding the pantry. And that is where we see people struggle. Why? Well, because without realizing it, you've probably overlooked some key components that make the meals satisfying. You've traded the calorie-dense filling foods like meat, cheese, and eggs for lighter options like fruits and vegetables. Now, while these are nutrient-packed, they don't always provide the energy and satiety you need. So we're going to talk about how to balance these meals so that you feel full and satiated and not have to feel like you have to eat 6 meals in order to stay full and satiated and have the energy that you need. Number 1 is you're not eating enough calories, right? So remember, plant-based fruits, vegetables, and greens are lower in calories compared to animal-based foods. So if you're piling your plate full of veggies but not adding some calorie-dense foods, you might not be eating enough energy to fuel your body. What is the fix here? So include calorie-dense plant foods in your meals. Sweet potatoes, whole grains like quinoa or farro, legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, tofu, tempeh. Nuts and seeds are also excellent additions. And then let's say, for example, like you could have a salad with roasted sweet potatoes, black beans, and avocado, and a tahini dressing. That will keep you full much longer than just greens and veggies. Number 2, you're missing protein-rich foods. So protein isn't just about building muscle. It's also a major player in feeling full. It digests more slowly than some of the more simple carbohydrates and helps you regulate your hunger hormones. So on a plant-based diet, if you're not intentionally including those protein-rich foods, it's easy to come up short. So what's the fix? Build your meals again around those protein-packed foods like lentils, chickpeas, black beans, tofu, tempeh, edamame, even peas. For example, swap out a plain veggie stir fry for one loaded with tofu and quinoa, or make a hearty lentil soup for lunch. And you're going to start seeing a theme here, right? So the calorie dense foods, the more protein dense foods are the ones that are going to be asking you to add more into your meals. Number 3 is you're avoiding healthy fats. Now, fats digest slowly. They keep you satisfied longer, but many people switching to a plant-based eating unintentionally avoid them. Or intentionally, they become what I describe as fat phobic. Now, this leaves the meals less filling and you feel hungry soon after eating. Plus, when you eat such a low fat diet, you're also decreasing your absorption of those fat soluble vitamins. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So what is the fix here? Add whole food fats, right? Like avocado, nuts, and seeds in their raw form, and some nut butters, but I keep those to less of the food and more of the whole plant food. Or you can use the nut butters and maybe some dressings and things. But add those to your meals. When you toss in chia seeds, let's say to your smoothie bowl, sprinkle some sunflower seeds on your salad, or add almond butter to your oatmeal. These healthy fats are not only delicious, but essential for keeping you full. Number 4, your meals aren't balanced. So many new plant-based eaters kind of fall into the trap of eating unbalanced meals, right? Kind of like a big bowl of steamed veggies or a plate of pasta with tomato sauce. Now, granted, while these foods are great, they kind of lack that balance of protein, fats, and carbs that your body needs to feel energized and feel full. So what is the fix? Think about your meals in categories, right? So if you have your plate, you have your carbs, your whole grains, your sweet potatoes, your whole grain bread. Next would be your protein, beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, or chickpeas. Fats would be, let's say, in avocados, nuts, or seeds. Veggies, this is really important. The more the variety, the better. For example, instead of plain pasta, make it a hearty dish with lentil marinara, sauteed spinach, and roasted walnuts on top. Lots of different ways to build your plate. But if you check off each category, carbs, those starchy veggies or the starchy veggies, or the whole grains, and then you have your proteins, which is more the legume family, the beans. Then you have your healthy fats, and then you load on those non-starchy veggies. That is fantastic. Use fruit. You can use that as on top of your salad as well, but I'd say it falls in the category along with the veggies. Number 5 is missing whole grains. So in an effort to lighten meals, some people will swap traditional staples like bread or rice for cauliflower rice or zucchini noodles. And while those are great about adding volume and nutrients, they lack those caloric density that we talked about, right? And the slow digesting carbs that the whole grains provide. So what is the fix here? Make whole grains a staple in your diet. Choose brown rice, oats, quinoa, barley, whole grain bread, and breakfast of oatmeal topped, let's say, with fresh fruit, a little bit of raw nuts or seeds, or a grain bowl with farro or roasted vegetables with a tahini dressing can make a big difference at keeping your hunger at bay. Number 6, you're not snacking strategically. So if you're eating light meals or adjusting to new portion sizes, hunger might sneak up between meals. So snacks are normal of any diet, particularly for those who are very active. But on a plant-based diet, choosing the right snacks can make a difference. So what is the fix here? So keep the nutrient-dense snacks on hand. So good options might be a handful of nuts and dried fruit, especially if you're wary about adding nuts and seeds to your meals. Just try to aim for a quarter cup of nuts and seeds if you're female, or half a cup of your male. Maybe you could do veggie sticks with hummus, right? So now we're getting the chickpea. The hummus is made out of chickpea or garbanzo beans. Or maybe you do banana or apple with almond butter. Or maybe you do roasted chickpeas or edamame. Snacking doesn't mean you are overeating. It's about fueling your body when you're actually hungry. And number 7 is you may still be dehydrated, right? So even though plant-based diets are rich in hydrating foods, like fruits and vegetables, you can still end up maybe not fueling your body enough with good amounts of fluid like water. So fiber, again, which is naturally higher in your plant-based diets, They require more water to move smoothly through your system. So without enough hydration, you might feel sluggish or mistake thirst for hunger. So what's the fix? Drink plenty of water throughout the day. So even if you're eating hydrating foods, keep a water bottle handy. Aim to sip consistently. For example, herbal teas, infused water with fruit. Sparkling water can also help if plain water feels boring. So you might want to aim for anywhere between 8 to 10 ounces every hour for the first 10 hours that you're awake. All right, let's kind of bring it all together now. So how do you build those satisfying plant-based meals? So because we want to avoid falling into the hunger trap, aim to create the meals that are both balanced and nutrient dense. So here's a formula. Number 1, start with the base. You want to choose a whole grain like quinoa, brown rice, or farro, or a starchy veggie like sweet potatoes. Number 2, you're going to add your protein. You're going to include beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, or edamame. And then 3, you're going to incorporate those healthy fats, avocados, nut seeds, or nut butters. Number 4 is pile on your veggies. Go for a variety of colors and textures, leafy greens, broccoli, bell peppers, and carrots. All great options. Remember, try to eat a color of the rainbow throughout the day. And then add flavor, right? So finish with like herbs and spices or that homemade dressing, maybe a tahini mixed with lemon juice. So remember, feeling hungry on a plant-based diet doesn't mean it's not working for you. It just means your meals need a little adjustment, okay? So by including more of those calorie-dense foods, balance your plate with the carbs, the proteins, and the fats, and staying hydrated, you absolutely can enjoy the benefits of plant-based eating without feeling deprived. So again, plant-based eating isn't about eating less, it's about eating better. So go ahead and build your, again, that hearty green bowl, add those roasted chickpeas to your salad, and don't forget your avocado. Because you people, I'm telling you, you've got this. You just got to need a little bit of tweaking. And that's what the next 9 days are going to be about, in a series of really getting to the issue that when I see patients, they're already probably just starting a plant-based journey and a little bit worried about some things, or maybe it's, dealing with their chronic disease and medications. But sometimes it's just like, man, why is my cholesterol still high on a plant-based diet? Why is my blood sugar still high on this plant-based diet? Why am I not losing weight? Literally, it's just a matter of discussion, maybe doing some labs and tweaking, and almost every single one of them get through whatever that plateau is, or that frustration, or that what is this problem? That is the fix. That's literally what I do. I'm the tweaker of a plant-based diet to make it successful. I never thought I'd call myself a tweaker, but I guess I'm a tweaker. So think of it that way. Below, also, please subscribe if you're new to the community. Thank you for being here. I hope you found this beneficial and helpful. Comment below maybe some of the struggles you've had or how you've overcome them. Share this video with someone you think that's new to the plant-based diet, or they're struggling, or you've heard them say, man, I'm just still hungry. I don't know if I can keep doing this, right? Or share with someone who thinks that all you eat is rabbit food, because it's more than that. And I really hope you find the next 9 days super valuable too, because tune in. I will be going over all those things that I've seen thousands and thousands of plant-based patients. I've seen labs. I've seen their food logs. I've seen their blood sugars. I've talked to so many people over the last 13 years when I've been encompassing a plant-based diet in my practice. I can't even tell you the Rolodex of issues that I've seen, and then how we've overcome them. And then it's just a recurring theme. And once you get them on the right path, they excel. Again, nothing wrong with the plant-based diet. You just need some little tweaking. So hope you found this helpful. Click out the Healing Kitchen. It is an awesome community, guys. Some amazing people. You have recipes every single week. We go live. We talk. Brittany cooks for us, and I answer all the medical questions. And then I host a live workshop with an ebook. And you get all the past recordings, all the past recipes. And we're thinking of planning our first in-person event next year. And we are launching a course at the end of the month. And we also have something very special for everybody. And we're hoping by the end of the month that we publish our first book. So check it out. And again, the price of the membership is actually going to go up next month. So if you want to get in on a good deal, I would start now. So just saying, guys, we've created a really awesome space, and gosh, I look so forward to it every single Wednesday. So Have a great day. Thank you for being here. So appreciate you. And have a rest, and may your rest of your day be blessed with love, healing, and peace, and just joy. Hope you have a great day. See you later.